Hi, this is Professor Karen Magruder, and when I work with students, I always encourage them to pursue licensing, whether it's at the bachelor's, master's, or clinical levels, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker myself. When I was going through my clinical supervision, my clinical supervisor, Jamie English, had this sort of curriculum where she gave all of the supervisees a binder and would give us a sheet of paper every week when we had supervision about a certain topic that was going to be on the licensing exam. And that way, when we were done our 2 years of supervision, we had a study guide. And so I borrowed that idea and decided to create my own supervision curriculum, which I'll use as a clinical supervisor in the future. But really, this study guide started as my own personal study guide for taking the clinical ASWB social work exam. I found that it was helpful to make some of these graphics and things on my own to help to reinforce the concepts I was studying, and then decided to go ahead and make it official, and some folks in my supervision group requested to purchase it, and now here I am. So this is just a brief overview of my study guide, and if you would like to purchase this study guide, it's $40 for a PDF version, which you can print on your own. It's 110 pages, and this is the email you should contact if you'd like to purchase a guide. It's kmagrudercounseling@gmail.com. That's my email for my private therapy practice, and happy to send that to you if this looks like it would be a helpful tool for you. But please note, as I'm currently teaching at the UTA School of Social Work, I won't sell the study guide to someone who's currently one of my students. I think that would be an inappropriate kind of conflict and dual role. But after you're no longer in my class or you've graduated and are still interested, you're welcome to reach out to me if you still want to take advantage of this resource. So I start with a table of contents here, and so there's a little bit of information about using the guide, and then I break it down into the different content areas that the ASWB names. So human development, diversity and behavior in the environment, there's lots of different ones within that, assessment, diagnosis, and treatment planning, including DSM information, psychotropic medications, research methods, psychotherapy, clinical interventions, and case management, in many different types of therapy, interventions for larger systems, community supervision information, and then a whole section on the professional relationships, values, and ethics. So totaling 110 pages. I'm just going to kind of go through some of this here. So I have step-by-step instructions on how to register for the exams, and I also have a breakdown here of what the percentages are of what's covered and how many questions you need to get right and that kind of general information. And then I use a lot of graphics here, and so you'll see throughout that I made my own graphics using SmartArt and PowerPoint to show, for example, here's Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and kind of made that graphic to help to illustrate that. I might often use tables or other graphics, like for example here, Jean Piaget's stages of cognitive development. So it basically goes like this all the way through. I've got a whole bunch of different graphics you can see. I made things colorful, like in genetics I have an example of that here, using the different colors to highlight it. So you can see as I'm just kind of quickly scrolling through that I've got a lot of information, how to report things, and many different concepts, theories. Here's some information about mental status exams, and just going on through some graphics to show different concepts from the DSM-5. I also, if you type in Karen Magruder LCSW into YouTube, I have a YouTube channel that has information about the DSM, as well as a whole lecture on the Code of Ethics as well. So you can kind of see this is what it kind of looks like, going through different medications and different things like that, research methods, and then ending with a little bit more information on different strategies. So for example here, motivational interviewing, I have a few graphics with common acronyms and things like that. And then finally, scrolling all the way down towards the end of the guide, I actually have copied my slides from my video presentation about the NASW Code of Ethics, and so you can certainly download the full Code of Ethics online, but this I think gives a visually memorable way of remembering the Code of Ethics, and then I end with references as well. So again, if you're interested in purchasing this guide, currently rates are at $40 for the PDF, which you can print on your own if you'd like. And this is my email, kmagrudercounseling@gmail.com. I accept Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle to purchase stuff online, or if you know me in person, you can do cash or check as well. Hope this is helpful. Thanks.